You're listening to Oilersnation Radio, presented by the Nation Network. Subscribe for free on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Greetings, fair podcast listeners. Oilersnation Radio is back because it's Friday. I just got signed out of something important on my computer that's annoying, but that does not have anything to do with you.
Do you have the password to get back into it?
Well, we'll see.
You know, every time I close my Google Chrome, everything I have just signs out, and it's the most irritating thing ever.
I feel like that's something in your settings.
Sounds like a security feature.
I don't know how to change it. If anyone knows, let me know.
Have you YouTubed
But
it?
don't email me. I can't get in.
Have you Googled it?
Get it?
Have you TikTok searched it?
No, I don't know what to
Have
do.
you Reddit searched
You were just looking for a little help with the answer there. Did you get it?
I don't know. I admittedly have done nothing to try and prevent this from
Do you have a
changing.
notebook?
I do.
What's the notebook for?
So I can take timestamps.
Okay.
It's part of my...
Is that all that goes in there? Is that all that goes in there is timestamps?
Right now, yeah.
It looks a very neat and tight. Is that a Crusaders notebook?
This little thing? Yep. That is a Crusader.
What are the chances a gentleman like me can get one of those?
I got one in my car. I can grab you one if you want.
Fucking right. Oilersnation Radio's back. It's Friday.
Do we cover up the name of the team there? Or do we ask them for like, a cheeseburger each or something?
I'll blank it out when...
yeah, we'll just put a sticker on it.
Bloop. No free ads.
Oilersnation Radio, episode 95,000. We are here. Bag Milk, Liam, Dan, Rick, Tyler. The gang's all here. I'm going to start off by telling you about the hot box at Oodle Noodle. It's spicy. It's delicious. It's exactly what you need when the temperature starts to fall just a little bit. Warm yourself up. Drink 2 liters of milk like Liam. Get strong bones.
Warm yourself up by drinking 2 liters of milk.
Yep.
You can have warm milk.
You have warm milk, which is disgusting in my opinion, but that's just me. We're going to start off as we always do for a delicious debate for our friends at Oodle Noodle. Go check them out on @Oodle Noodlegram on Instagram. I make excellent memes. Thank you. Tyler, what have you got for a delicious debate today for our friends at Oodle Noodle?
Evan Bouchard finally re-upped, getting a 2-year deal, $3.9 million per season. So we're bringing back everyone's favorite segment, collab, word association. One word on the Evan Bouchard extension.
Who wants to go?
I'll go. Finally.
Dan?
Okay.
Rick?
Appropriate.
Predictable.
Yeah, I was going to say predictable as well.
Do you know what annoying though?
I'll say expected then, just to be different.
You know what's annoying? Is how many people out there, we signed them.
Yeah.
So before I could even like fist pump and go, okay, we got our roster ready to go. People are like, well, you guys are really screwed in 2 years.
Oh, I could care less.
Are we talking
Really
to Jay?
screwed in 2 years.
Were you talking to Jay before we started recording?
You know what episode we're going to be on 2 years from now?
Well, it depends who's counting.
Yeah.
Bag Milk is going backwards.
Yeah, it could be something.
Yeah,
less
that's a
than
couple
95,000.
100,000 like a couple months ago. Now we're into 95,000.
BC.
About a month ago, we did do guesses on what the Evan Bouchard contract would be. That was an episode with no Liam, no Rick, but Jay sat in. Jay was the low mark, 1 year by $3.1 million. Dan, you had 1 year by 3.71, very specific. And BM and I both said 2 by 3.85. So almost nailed it.
We're pretty close. Price is Right rules would, that'd be a nice little guess for Tyler and I. Though Tyler on the video posted on Oilers Nation's socials, you nailed it exactly.
Yeah, I'm curious what's about that.
Yeah, I've basically copy and pasted this same paragraph into like 4 articles in the last month. Bowen Byram and Keandre Miller both got pretty much this exact same deal. And while it would have been nice if Bouchard would have cut the Oilers a little bit of a bargain here.
Taking Jay's team-friendly cut.
Or like 2 by 3.5 would have given him some more wiggle room. That would have been great. But I mean, at the end of the day, he wants market value. He deserves market value. And that deal for the next 2 years is still going to be a big bargain. Like, it's kind of funny. Usually the analytics crowd likes to shit on Oilers players a lot. And the out of Edmonton analytics crowd is like, Evan Bouchard is a star. He is on the cusp of like breaking out and becoming one of the best defensemen in the league.
I was in a conversation the other day where the argument against this was he can't even raise the puck.
I was at a game where I saw him hit Zach Hyman in the face and it went in the net. So busted.
Last season, he scored 12 goals between the playoffs and the regular season. And I don't think any of them were on the ice.
All gopher burners.
Mm-hmm.
Gopher burners?
I couldn't think of
Is that a farm term?
Worm burners.
Worm burner.
Gopher burner. Gopher killer, maybe. Either way. He's a fish killer. Did you see him catch that fish?
No.
Yep.
That was a couple years ago.
I saw him crash his golf cart into Ryan McLeod.
Or
Seen
no
that
shoes
too.
on.
Yep. You know what?
Yeah.
Boys will be boys. We'll file that under. Was anybody, okay, I'll put it a different way. Was anybody rattled by 2 by 3.9?
No, I thought it was going to be under 4 million, and the fact it was just under 4 million didn't really matter to me.
And it's kind of weird to
They
think
need
it'd be
him,
anything
right?
more than 2 years.
Pardon?
It's kind of weird to think it'd be anything more than 2 years.
I was hoping for longer than 2 years, but I didn't expect it.
It's not realistic.
Exactly. Is anybody like our friend Jay Downton concerned about what happens 2 years from now today, even though there's 2 years until then?
What was Jay's reaction?
So essentially, to paraphrase, Jay's concerned that this $3.9 million contract will lead into Evan Bouchard going like 60 plus points for the next 2 years and then commanding $8-9 million 2 years from now.
Fair points.
I just think like if he commands $8 to $9 million in 2 years, it's because we got 2 unbelievable seasons out of him, and it's kind of just the cost of doing business.
That's the piece for me is that the Oilers. My concern is that the Oilers organization now has to stop this from happening again and again and again. We can't keep kicking the can down the road with another young defenseman and do this. Go through this exercise in 3 or 4 years again.
This happens with every single player, every team. That's just the evolution of salaries.
I don't know. I guess I'm just a victim of watching this team now destroy Darnell Nurse. Watch the fans just try to pick him apart.
Darnell
the
Nurse?
fans have tried to pick him apart because of the contract that he signed.
Fans also got upset and said that Leon Draisaitl was overpaid when he got his contract. Those people are very fucking quiet these days. But those people that are out there talking, don't listen to them. They're full of nothing.
But the people that are critical of Darnell Nurse continue to be critical of Darnell Nurse now because of the deal that he signed.
No, which
is what Jay is concerned about. Evan is going to have to sign in 2 years' time.
Those people are always going to be down on Darnell Nurse because they're always going to be down on Darnell Nurse because they can't admit the fact they're wrong.
Yeah, but I'm concerned that that's going to happen to Evan Bouchard and that's going to happen to the next young defenseman. In 23-42,
these same group of fans are going to be shitting on some other player.
23-42, we'll all be dead by then.
Dude, if we sat here, we're both old enough to sit here and go back a long time and go this player at this time, this player at this time, this player.
Pody,
and we're going from fans that the players that fans want to pick on to players that the media wants to pick on. Usually different. But we can sit there in almost every evolution of this team. We can sit there and go, is this guy for the fans? This guy for the media? There's always going to be that. But with the cap going up $10 million the next 2 years, I don't know what everyone's so worried about.
Something will change too that just gives the others the ability to sign Bouchard to whatever he needs.
Well, and a lot of people right now, like I saw someone the other day brought up the point of, okay, so 2 years from now, it's the Draisaitl and Bouchard year, the year you got to get them both done. And someone said, and the only money coming off the books is CC and it's
Lane Peterson
and Fogel and Lane Peterson. Yeah. It's CC and Lane. Like CC and Fogel, the only money you're losing in that span. Okay, it is worth noting that is $6 million.
Yeah.
And Draisaitl will take, maybe an extra 6 or whatever, right? 8 to 14 and 8.5 to 14 and a half. And then 2 years from now, it's all of a sudden a lot easier to stomach a Jack Campbell buyout. It's a lot easier to stomach
Evander Kane
buyout.
There's $10 million between the two of them.
You could, or cap's also going to go up again. We're not talking next off season. We're talking the off season after that. Cap should go up 10 mil.
Yes.
So take the expiring money and the cap going up 10 mil. And you have
almost $20 million.
You have about $16 million right there.
Yeah. So these people that are talking about that don't know what they're talking about.
You can make it work, right? And then if you are hamstrung, you can buy out Kane, you can buy out Campbell, you can make more money.
Trade those guys.
Yeah, maybe.
How long is left on the buyouts that we have too? Wouldn't James Neal
2 more years of James Neal at 1.9?
Hey, smart man. The Neal buyout does end that year. So boom, we're up to
8.
Yeah, we're up to $18 million now, more or less.
Yeah, we're laughing. There's not an issue here.
$18 million plus the 8.5 Draisaitl currently makes, plus the now 3.9 Bouchard currently makes. You will, and again, people love doing like, how are you going to afford him? How are you going to afford him? When it comes to like elite players, do you not just find a way to do it?
Yeah, you just figure it out. You just figure it out.
There's never going to be a scenario, sorry to cut you off, where the Oilers are sitting there and they're like, shit, we got to let Draisaitl walk as UFA because we can't pay him.
This is not the 1995 Oilers with Doug Waite.
No, and that was because they lost him because they just didn't have money.
Yeah,
literally didn't.
That's a very different situation.
Yes.
Like for me, I think about I can understand why people would want the Oilers to long-term extend Bouchard like they did with Oscar Klefbom, but it wasn't a reality of where they were at currently in the situation. I would much rather have them at 2 years at 3.9 than 1 at 3.9.
Yep.
Is there anyone in the NHL right now that has like an Oscar Klefbom kind of deal?
For the record, when Oscar Klefbom signed that contract, there were a lot of naysayers out there saying you were taking way too much of a chance, and we won that gamble.
Oh yeah,
so going in, this was not a sure thing when it came to Oscar Klefbom. And they didn't start talking about how good he was, almost to the fact he was hurt
And you can find examples of when that doesn't work. Florida did it with Michael Matheson, and it really didn't pan out. They were dumping him whenever. I think Pittsburgh's kind of going through a similar thing with a Marcus Pettersson, right?
Right. I just think players are a lot smarter with money too. Like you look at Matheson and what's his name, Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
They're not exactly star names, are they? And Bouchard looks like he's going to be very promising. So why would Evan Bouchard sign an 8-year deal right now?
He's not.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like people wanted that. It's like doesn't make any sense for him.
No, makes not realistic at all.
No. End of the show.
But hey, we got our whole team all signed up, locked in, ready to roll for 2 seasons. There's a couple of contracts next year that need to be, in or out or whatever. You always need that type of movement, but we're ready to go. This team is locked in and ready to go. We've got 5 years of
the free agents,
10 years of being there.
The free agents on the team, the UFAs. I'll start with them. The UFAs on the team next year: Warren Fogle, Matthias Janmark, the janitor, Connor Brown,
the big fella,
and Vincent Desharnais are the UFAs. And then the RFAs are Dylan Holloway, Raph Lavoie, and Marcus Niemelainen. So they're in good spot.
All 3 RFAs right now are very low contracts.
Yep.
And then your UFAs, I think the majority of them walk out the door, except for the big man.
Darren,
yeah, I can see Vinny being around. I could see, like, depending on the year Connor Brown has, I could see him re-upping, but who knows? The problem with Connor Brown, I guess, is that he's already 3.25 on the books for next year.
Yeah, I was going to say, looking at next year, if the cap goes up to 87.5, so a $4 million increase, the Oilers have 12.3 mil, and you need to take off, 3.25 for Brown. So you basically have $9 million but again, $9 million to, like Bag Milk said, sign Fogle, Janmark, Holloway, Lavoie, maybe Connor Brown, and Desharnais. 6 guys, $9 million.
Yeah, those guys are all in
a good
If you
spot.
put all of them in together right now, you're at like 7.
Yeah.
On today's contracts.
And likely some of those RFAs would be in talks around the trade deadline anyways.
Yeah, potentially.
You're in good spot. Holloway's going to get a raise, but how much is it going to be?
How much is his cap hit right now? Like 900?
You'll see. Yeah.
925.
Yeah. So I might just get the same.
Well, then you have to look at it. Anything bonuses that he hits this year come off next year's cap.
Another part of the Evan Bouchard signing that's worth mentioning is right now, currently the Oilers have $382,000 in available cap space, meaning they can accrue up to about $1.7 million at the deadline. Now, 1.7, you might go, hey, Milk, that doesn't sound like all that much money. Well, last year they had less than that, and Ken Holland figured out a way to go out and get Matthias Ekholm. So
don't try giving Holland a pat on the back here.
I think that they're going to be in a fine spot to make additions at the deadline.
Of course.
Yeah, I've talked about this a few times too. Like, one, you never know who's going to get hurt throughout the year. Yep. That's always going to change things. 2, if you're going and getting a right shot D-man, which I think right now a lot of people would say is their biggest need, Cody Cece's probably going out the door in that deal. Yeah. So take your 1.7 plus the CC cap.
You go get Brett Pesce.
Yeah, you can get a Brett Pesce. If you're sitting there and you're like, oh, we need a centerman or a forward or whatever, Warren Fogle can easily go out the door in that deal, and they will have enough money to pretty much do whatever they want at the deadline. If
you listen to this, I want to hear. Well, there's not really much of a debate. We're all kind of on the same side today. You guys want to talk about Raphael Lavoie again or no?
Yep.
No? All right. If you're listening to this right now, ON Radio Podcast, hit us up on Twitter and Instagram. Just curious your thoughts on the Evan Bouchard deal. I thought it was fair. It was what I expected. Listen, points in the NHL are very expensive, and Evan Bouchard is going to put up a lot of them. Next 2 years is going to be a steal. What happens after that? We'll see. I'm not worried about it.
It's just so funny that these debates where it's like, how could you pay him this much? But if he wasn't scoring points, he'd be a bust. Like there's just no middle ground on this stuff. It's
he would be yelling at whoever drafted him, saying he's terrible.
Next, sticking with contracts really quickly over in Toronto, 4x13.25 for Auston Matthews. Just wanted to get everybody's thoughts.
Is that the final number? I've seen 13.25, 13.3, and 13.5.
Cap friendly.
Yeah.
I think it's 5.
13.25 million.
Yeah,
perfect. So my prediction can still come to fruition.
I'm pretty sure it's 13.5.
What's your prediction?
I just said once the Matthews deal was done, I think the Oiler 2 big contracts are now relatively simple. 13.5 to 14 times 8 for Leon, 15 to 15.5 times 8 for Connor. It's done.
It's such crazy.
I don't even want part of I don't want 4% of the contract for doing the hard work here. Just take the money and move on with it. Maybe get me some free popcorn or some beer when I'm at the game. But there, your two big players are signed up, ready to go. We're good till 2034 or something.
Rick's got the business done already.
Auston Matthews would be the 7th highest paid player on the Toronto Blue Jays.
Now do the NBA.
Yeah. He's getting that Kikuchi money.
Where's he fit on the Raptors?
God.
I did want to send out a tweet about where does he rank in his own city? He would be 6th on the Raptors. Oh no, he'd be 5th on the Raptors.
Oh, he's starting. He's on the court.
The floor
he would
start.
Yeah. The Raptors go Pascal Siakam at $37.8 million a year.
Who's supposed to go over 60 for his next one.
Jacob Poeltl, 19.5. OG Anunoby, 18.6. Gary Trent, 18.5. And on the Jays, he is behind Springer, Gosman, Ryu, Bassett, and Barrios, and Vlad.
Man, if the NHL players don't lose their mind and try and get some sort of marketing team to help run this stupid league, I'd be there's just so much money on the table out there for someone named Connor McDavid and Leon, and every single NHLer should be doing the exact same thing. Going, how are these guys that are, and I know a lot of these guys are in better years right now.
Yeah.
But Kikuchi last year was making more than Connor, and Kikuchi was damn near out of the league last year.
You got to get that beard. He was coming out of the bullpen.
If you don't get a marketing team in here to fix this NHL and get a better TV deal from the US, I don't know what you're doing. You're missing so much money.
It's anecdotal, and I'm pretty sure I only heard it on the TV when I was down in the States, but the WNBA passed the NHL this year in TV viewership. I don't know if that's if you can confirm that, but even if it's something that's floated out there and it's a possibility, that's an issue for the NHL.
I think the MLS did too.
MLS did for sure.
Okay, but I take the MLS out of it because that's most likely Messi involved. I'd be hard.
But that's Connor McDavid should be on Messi level.
That's their competition,
right? In a way, in relation to the sport they're in.
100%. They're just but there's a lot more people that watch the game of soccer. That's that's just not even arguing.
So I've got an article from a week ago.
The WNBA thing, I'd be really interested.
Was it a week ago?
Yeah. Article from a week ago. The WNBA on ESPN averaged 546,000 viewers per game. It was up 46% year over year. The NHL was at 583,000 viewers per game, so still above the WNBA by slight, but they were down by 22% year over year.
But this was also just ESPN, right? The NHL is also on TNT.
100%, but ESPN is your Americans' rights holder.
Well, I know they hold, but TNT as well.
Yep, that's true.
It's just, I'm sure they go, they face
either way,
off
the
against
NHL's got a lot of fucking work to do.
Yeah, 100%.
But it just goes to your point, right? I mean, the WNBA isn't a bunch of marketing geniuses. They are just doing the work and making their gains where they make them.
Yeah.
It's wild to me.
The NHL has to look at the TNT broadcast and figure it out and go from there, because I'd be interested to see what their viewership looks like compared to ESPN, compared to even to anybody in Canada, because they do bring out a lot more entertainment between, puck drop.
TNT averaged 364,000 viewers per game. So less than ESPN by a fair margin.
I'd wonder the percentage of who gets TNT in their house and ESPN. I know you can't figure that out, but there's got to be more to it than just straight up one.
But that was part of the whole thing, and the whole deal with the NHL in the first place was that you're going to a network that is off of basic cable, right? I mean, that's an issue for people that can't get access to that stuff. So it just, is
ESPN off basic cable in the US?
I'm pretty sure you have to pay for a package, just like.
Well, I mean, you have to pay for a package to get Sportsnet and TSN here.
Cable.
Is it on there? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you get all flavors? Just the one, the main one.
Well, I guess on the
Did you get the Ocho?
Hotel, I got the Ocho and I got ESPN.
Well, they better start throwing in Ocho for free for everybody at that point.
The Ocho is unbelievable.
I wonder if part of it maybe for the NHL, do they just need to be more creative? We keep talking about getting on basic cable and things like that. What if you pivoted the other way and just did one of these YouTube TV? What if your games in 2 years are just all on YouTube TV? I mean, DAZN,
Well, there's also, I'm sorry to cut you off. There's also Apple is apparently making a play to try and get rights for all the major sports.
Yeah. So, DAZN was interesting because it was more of an unknown. The average person walking.
I just figured who had the most money.
Yeah. But I'm thinking YouTube from the perspective of A, we know they have money. B, everyone goes on YouTube. You would naturally pick up a new audience just from having
new TVs have YouTube built right into it.
Right. It would make a lot of sense. So maybe the NHL is a little bit too stuck.
Does everybody here watch TV on like things on YouTube?
I watch YouTube.
I do. I
YouTube
watch it a lot.
YouTube is like far and away the thing that pulls in our attention more than any other app in the world.
It's my favorite website on the internet.
What do you mean hour?
Like the
Society?
world, society is, it's like hours logged on that website are like exponentially higher than Instagram, Meta, X, anything. It's crazy because the younger generation.
Well, I was going to say like literally
100% right, Rick.
Man, I ain't not on YouTube ever.
It's not for you and I.
But like, I bet, but how old you got a new TV?
Yeah, I think there's YouTube on it. I just never fucking use it.
So like for me, that was the game changer, was having YouTube right on my TV.
Can you like channel up, channel down?
To a certain extent.
That's part of the thing.
videos,
That's
right?
part of the
It's like
thing.
Videos you can do like next and skip and
Channels
stuff.
and
But like the
stuff,
nice
yeah.
part about mine is I can just go like talk to my remote and I just go show me whatever. And it goes blonk. There it is.
I need to get some of these lists in my place.
Yeah.
We
Need
got
some
you
upgrades.
off paying $1.30 per song. And now we'll-
I'm a
Apple Music
Spotify
Music
guy,
one.
man. That new Usher song, that was free into my pocket. Free.
Just real back to Auston Matthews real quick.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
I actually don't know why some folks are all that rattled about the 4-year contract. I mean, he's just trying to maximize his earning potential.
Yeah,
really.
right now I think you have to, because if you did 8 now and 4 afterwards, what do you think that total number is, as opposed to 4 now and 8 afterwards? What's that total? I think
If the cap wasn't flat, I could see him going longer than 4.
Yeah. So I think the thing that kind of screwed him was the flat cap.
Yeah.
Because now when you look at it, so McDavid in his 8 years coming out of his ELC is going to make 12 and a half a year, right?
Yep.
Matthews is going to have 4 years of 11.6 and now 4 years of 13.2. Basically works out to the same thing. It's almost like he signed the McDavid deal for 8 years, but he just gave himself that flexibility at the 4-year mark. Also, like BM said, flat cap kind of screwed him over a little bit. I saw a tweet though that I really wanted to repeat. There have been 3 contracts in the NHL where the AAV is north of 10 and it's not a 7 or 8 year deal. Only 3 times.
I know this.
I know 2 of them. Auston Matthews is 2 of them, right?
Yeah. And the other one is
Mitch Marner. All 3 of them are Leafs.
It's hilarious that the Leafs, like that team, that market, that organization can't get their young guys to commit and still is paying out the nose for them.
The center of the universe cannot get more than 4-year commitment out of their top end players. Except for the old guy who used to sleep in their pajamas.
Well, it's going to be interesting for them too, because as we were speaking today, August 25th, even with all their players that need to go on LTIR, they are still $3 million over the cap.
And that is the goalie, is Murray not healthy?
No.
He would be one of those players already on LTIR.
Yeah, but he's healthy. I think he's come out and said he's healthy.
I think that the Leafs are telling
Are
him
you saying
he's
he's
not
Joffrey Lupul Island?
No,
He's
it's
on
not
Robert
Lupul
Island.
Island. It's
Robert
Robert Island. But yeah,
Okay.
Lupul definitely had
Joffrey Lupul.
He had a tent there for a while.
Remember
They
when
don't
Lupul
give you apartments.
Lupul was so injured he could never play hockey again, but then he was like posting videos of him like skiing in the mountains.
I was just excited to see Marian Hossa. Marian Hossa was able to put equipment on there last week.
Without getting a rash.
Did nobody remember that he was allergic to his fucking equipment?
That is
5
my
years ago?
favorite all-time, can't play.
But yet they brought him back for like a ceremonial game to say goodbye to him.
To be
What a
fair,
He took
Oscar
all
Klefbom
of the
damn near lost
Benadryl.
his foot and can put his skate back on nowadays too.
Yeah, but
Right, we
they
had to
just
go
had to
through
get him
that.
better Benadryl. That's all.
Well, actually, we don't know that.
You know?
Fair.
He's just sitting on the bench itching himself like, what?
He's got a new rashy that he wears underneath it.
For his 15
You know?
year NHL
Whiteman's got a lot
career.
better these days.
Fucking rights it has, man. We're at upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, we're talking about the nation vacation to Seattle that's coming up from November 10th to 12th. This one is unique. First of all, we've never gone to Seattle. On the Saturday, we are going to go watch Edmonton versus Seattle. Little hockey game start off the trip. It's going to be real nice. On the Sunday, we are going to Seattle versus Washington, a little foosball.
Foosball.
I'm excited about that. We have never watched a football game. We've watched football games on nation vacations from bars, but not in person. This is only my second ever NFL game, and I'm so excited. Based on the feedback we're getting so far, nationgear.ca to get all the details you need. Trip's already moving. We are already, as far as Jay told me, we're already about a quarter sold, 20% sold so far. These are going to sell out. If you want to come with us to Seattle, again, that is the long weekend in November. Get on this now.
Also, Bag Milk, I
Go ahead.
don't know if it's been mentioned, but It is November the 11th that the game is. So you're going to get a special commemorative hat from the Seattle Kraken.
That's cool.
Okay.
November 11th.
I'll need something to throw on the ice when
Remembrance Day.
Yeah,
Leon
am I
gets a hat
allowed to
States.
respectfully turn it down?
Well,
Is
you're
it a
allowed to,
Kraken
but
hat?
It's
I
a
guess it would
Kraken
be.
co-branded. Yeah.
100% there's a Kraken logo
Yeah,
on
you
there.
could say no. You could say I'd prefer if that went to a Kraken fan.
Or you
I like
could just
that.
keep it as
Smart.
your hat trick hat for when Leon scores his hat trick in Seattle.
I think he'd be insulted if I threw a Kraken hat at. First of all, you'd think I threw it at him.
No, I think he'd be excited because the other fans were cheering for him.
That's why I have to, on Nation Vacations now, I bring like 3-4 hats with me. I just go in there assuming I'm going to chuck at least one.
Are you guys all going?
Yeah, I'm going for sure.
I just put out the email to everybody just before the podcast. So it's we're seeing if staff wants to.
That's what you get for going on vacation during the summer.
Damn it.
You had to go hang out with a bunch of people you didn't even like.
You're telling me.
You went to a country where you hated the entire population.
Every single one. I had people text me about that cold performance.
What were the texts in support?
Yeah, a couple of them were.
I missed it. What did you?
Oh, yeah. Tell Dan.
Tell Dan
Please
real quick.
inform me, just
Honorary cold performer of the week from last week, Liam said.
I just went off about the French.
Wow. For the first time an English person upset with the French. That's impressive.
We'll run the clip.
There it is. We heard it. If you didn't hear it, wow, there was a malfunction at the junction somewhere. The other thing that we should talk about that happened this week, Oilers news this week. 2 items. The Evan Bouchard thing happened, as well as Tyler Wright out as the director of amateur scouting. Rick Percy is in. Interesting that, well, I mean, as Oilers fans, we'll fight about literally anything. But I thought it was interesting that Tyler Wright was only here for, what was it, 4 years?
4
You wrote
drafts.
about it today, Liam.
4 drafts he was here for.
I feel like it's way too early to judge his body of work as the Oilers head of scouting based on the first draft he participated in, if I'm not mistaken, was the Dylan Holloway draft.
Yes. So Dylan Holloway is the only player drafted by Tyler Wright who's played in the NHL.
Did he come? Where'd he come from?
Detroit.
Did he come with Holland?
Yeah, pretty much. His last draft in Detroit was 2019. So he drafted Mo Seider and then came to Edmonton.
Nope, you can't give him credit for that.
He's literally in the picture, stood next to Mo Seider on draft day. That's
Personally, that doesn't fit my narrative.
Yeah, I was like, have you seen some of the pictures of Oilers draft? Harrison's in a whole bunch of them.
It's the thing that people's arguments were ridiculous. No one even cared what he did in Edmonton. Everyone just argued how bad he was in Detroit. But it's like, well, he actually had.
Well, because there wasn't enough in Edmonton to go off of.
Welcome to Edmonton Oilers Twitter.
It drives me nuts. 30% of the players he drafted in Detroit played a game in the NHL.
That's
Which is
all
pretty-
rounds.
All rounds.
That has to be
Pretty good.
that has to be a high.
That's
high
above
percentage.
average. That is above
Sounds good.
average.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah, and like by no means, like so he drafted Dylan Larkin and Mo Seider. Those are his best 2. He didn't really hit on anyone too major outside. Like Janmark, he drafted Janmark in 20 something.
pick.
Yeah, which turned out to be pretty good. But at what point does the scout not get the blame anymore? And it's just like, well, maybe the coaches should actually develop some players.
And do we also have to give, like, say Dylan Holloway pops this year, which we all hope he does.
Which, yeah,
Do we have to give him retroactive credit?
I just
Probably.
I mean, we should.
Yeah, we should, but we won't.
and like apparently,
Some people
apparently
definitely
Ball
won't.
goes the worst player in the world. It's just like, well,
Yeah, because
How do we know?
he doesn't have any 50-goal seasons in AHL yet, does he?
no, he does not.
That is true.
But it
I haven't
just
seen one from him.
is crazy. I just don't
Terrible.
understand how people can hate on this guy so much when we literally have no idea how good or bad he truly has been. Petrov looks like a great pick. Savoy, that Max Warner, everyone was raving about him 2 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden, every prospect on the Oilers is terrible because Tyler Wright drafted him. It's just the craziest thing. And now this new guy,
Rick Percy.
what was his name?
Rick Percy.
Rick Percy. Yeah, he's had a good history of drafting players. Like you got Rantanen,
Tyson Barrie.
Is he over
Ryan
30%?
O'Reilly.
He had that one unreal draft in Colorado where I think it was Duchesne,
O'Reilly,
O'Reilly,
Barrie.
Barrie, all in the first 2 rounds.
Those are all great and everything too.
Because he
but
probably did that by himself too.
Probably.
He just sat there and watched tape by himself in his own little office, in his own cubicle by himself.
As far as I know, that's how scouting works. They just sit there in the rinks and they're just watching it all by themselves.
I had no idea that scouts took credit for players like this. This is incredible.
Crazy little thing.
Well, like I wrote about it too a little bit where I was just dumbfounded by the argument.
Stupid.
I think that I don't know nearly enough about how scouting works at the NHL level to even offer like a strong opinion.
Coming from a guy who's involved in the NHL very, very deeply. So those people who aren't probably have less of an idea than you do.
I have zero clue what they do. I don't know how. I've never sat in on a scouting meeting. So I look at the timelines of which, like you said, Dylan Holloway was his first draft. Takes a minute.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to let him cook.
So is this just the new Poho coming in and putting his fingerprint on the organization?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
And that's fine.
Just wants to change some
that's
deck
the thing.
chairs.
I literally couldn't care less if Tyler Wright is the director of scouting or not of the Edmonton Oilers. But he's just a response, and nobody had arguments against him being the Edmonton guy besides they shouldn't have drafted Bogo and they should have got Wallstead or Wyatt Johnston. Well, everybody, Wyatt Johnston didn't play a game in his draft year because of COVID-19. You may have heard of it. The OHL was shut down.
How many games has Wallstead played?
He played in the NHL?
Yeah.
0. We
really?
don't know how good or bad he will be either.
Future number one.
Oh my!
Because I also remember too, like, what was the Russian goalie we all wanted? Askarov.
Oh, yeah, I did not. He was
Askarov.
right
He was a trade chip at the deadline.
Yeah.
At the draft, yeah.
Yeah, at the draft. Sorry. Crazy. I don't know. It's stupid. Like
He was a blue chip.
I think it's a fine move. I agree. I think you make great points, Liam. I just think it's everyone reacting a certain way. It's just so funny.
God.
To me, it's the most midsummer argument we could have possibly gotten.
This year, we're scout to scout talk here. So I tend to talk a little much anyways. I should probably be quiet and let you back up the scout.
Well, he's part of the fraternity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
part of the union.
Probably got a scout t-shirt on underneath that hoodie.
Yeah.
Underpants.
He went on a long Instagram live rant on his Liam Scouts Instagram account.
We need to rally together, guys. Just you talking to a bunch of scouts on live.
No, it's just the phone. It's like the phone call that the running backs had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Scouts.
Get all the scouts together. All right, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to speak about this.
Yep.
It's a crapshoot. That's what I know about the draft.
Whoa, don't get me excited like that.
It's a crapshoot. Oh, well, craps. We're going to be, I cannot wait to play craps. Nation vacation, little craps. It's coming. Cornerstone Insurance, I want to tell you about them as well. For 90 years and 4 generations, Cornerstone Insurance has been Edmonton's premier boutique insurer. And if you go to cornerstoneins.ca/nation, you can get yourself a quote in just a couple of minutes. And if you use the promo code NATION, you get a exclusive rate, little discount. You got to get insurance. Make sure you're covered. Just make sure you pay less for it. What are you studying over there, Tyler? You watching baseball or something right now?
No, I was literally just zoned out during your ad read.
All right. There you go. cornerstoneins.ca/nation. I want to mention something else really quickly. Our Oilers Nation Open is sold out.
Bidding is closed on the teams.
Bidding is closed. Do we have a winner?
Mm-hmm.
When are you announcing that?
Right now.
Oh.
Well, I did not expect this.
We have
On the
got.
show.
Do we have breaking news?
Press the button.
So essentially, if you don't know, if you weren't paying attention, people were bidding to golf with either Liam and Tyler or Jay and Chalmers.
Yeah. All proceeds going to Gregor's Grads.
All proceeds going to Gregor's Grads. It's going to be great. We're going to raise a bunch of money for Gregor's Grads. But in this specific instance, there was like a friendly back and forth competition between these two and those two. All the matter of who you want
last year.
Last year, it was our pal Ryan Dennis. And he got to golf in a group of 5. It was him, Farmer John, Jay, Chalmers, me.
Oh,
So this year we
last
did
year's playing
two
both,
options.
but you guys spread up
This year, we split it up into 2. And we're going to play, our groups are going to play right behind or like right after one
So there's
another.
going to be some chirping.
Yeah.
There's going to be some friendly competition. There's going to be shenanigans.
So for the longest time, Liam and I were sitting at 12 and Jay and Chalmers were kind of sitting at 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of got, or it did get upped by a gentleman named Ian. And then it got upped by Amar. And then it got up by a third voter or a third bidder. And then Jay and Chalmers got up to 1,200. Cody Chambers got the winning bid at 1,200. And then Ryan Dennis stepped in. He was the leading bid at $11.50 for me and Liam.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm not letting you boys lose this competition.
Hell
He
yeah.
upped his own bid to $12.50. Liam and I won the bidding games. We're going to be golfing with Ryan and Farmer John. Jay and Chalmers are golfing with Cody Chambers and a guest. And that's how the bidding broke down. Awesome of these guys to step up and support in this way. Really great, like $2,400, just over $2,400 going to Gregor's Grads. That's going to buy a lot of kids a lot of suits. So shout out to Ryan and Cody for coming through with the bids. Shout out to Amar and Ian and everyone else who bid as well.
That's awesome.
So who are we golfing with?
Ryan and Farmer John.
Oh, so the same guys.
Same guys as last year.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're ready.
Yeah.
So
I hope you.
carry me to the.
Do you feel like you guys need now you know your teammates?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need them to spend the next week, because the Oilers Nation Open is a week from today, on the range?
Ryan has been. He's sent me some DMs of him on the range. I am trying to get Liam to come out golfing with me on Sunday, and he won't.
Why?
I'm golfing. I have a bachelor party on Saturday, and I'm golfing all
The
day.
tea time's at 11 a.m. You'll be
Tyler,
fine.
My tea time on Saturday is 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
and it is a bachelor party that goes till 2 a.m.
Oh,
you want me to golf?
You
at
could dip
11?
out at like midnight.
I could not.
You could go home at 2 and be up by 8.
No. I don't think you get the point. It's not that I can't do this. I don't want to do that.
How are we going to compete in the Oilers Nation Open?
We're gonna show up. I'm not gonna be ready.
How many times have you been to the range this week?
Twice.
How many times are you going next week?
I don't know. Maybe once.
Oh, you aren't taking this seriously.
You should lose it.
I don't need the range.
You should
I
lose
got
your
a
bag of
pelvis
jerky
swing.
for this.
Because there's also another thing that yesterday on Real Life, Chalmers and Jay, they also want some side action with you guys.
Oh no.
Well, I know. And last time we did this, Liam, I hate to be a dick. I kind of
okay.
carried.
Well, to be fair,
No practice time, I bet.
to be fair,
But I'm good.
you should have known that was going to happen on the first hole when I got asked what my handicap was and I didn't have an answer. I said, that should have been your indicator.
But I'm just saying, you could be practicing this week.
I
you-
went twice. I'm a busy man. Tyler.
Where are you going? You going to hit the? You should be practicing your putting, because for the most part,
Yes.
playing in these scrambles and stuff, you need someone who can drain some putts. So honestly, you can do this at home.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
can
I
do it
don't-
when you're tired.
I don't-
Professor Wems?
I don't have a yard.
You don't need a yard.
Well, I can't golf.
If you can putt
you're
on
putting.
concrete, you can putt on grass.
Yeah,
It's like we're going to send you through a dodgeball style
linoleum,
training montage.
no problem.
Putt on some linoleum.
Okay,
It's all about
I
getting
will
line.
practice putting this week.
And then go to the range once next week and work on your chips around the green. Or like practice
There's
your...
not. I don't have a.
You can practice
a range
chips
around me with a
Okay,
chip.
so just
onto
practice
it.
your shots. Like just try hitting them good at 100 yards. Good at 100 yards. If you can do that for us, we'll be solid.
I thought we were just having a fun day.
Absolutely
The
not.
links.
There's
But turns out
competition.
As it turns out, you are the weakest link.
yeah, I wouldn't have gone to Europe for 3 weeks if I had known.
Yeah, you would have just been
I
grinding.
thought
out
you went
practice.
to Europe to get your golfing in.
Wow.
Yeah, you were at St.
went to-
Andrews the whole
Yeah,
time.
you went to the home of golf to get ready for this.
Yeah, you went back and did like...
And here he is, and instead here he is hanging out with fucking giant M&Ms and something called the Louvre.
He had an epic day there.
did a montage of like you learning the sport. Like,
Yeah.
And instead you were picking fights with guys from Paris.
So,
scary people.
Farmer John,
Are they good?
yeah, they're pretty good.
They're gonna have to do some heavy
Are
lifting
they
here. It
better
sounds
than
like.
me?
Yeah. I think they're about the same as me, like skill wise.
Okay, I'm not too far off.
No, you're really not. I am just kind of being a jerk, but
Either way,
I just want you to practice.
stay tuned. I assume on Real Life over the next 2 episodes next week, we're gonna hear some of the side action betting. What you guys want to do?
Maybe
Rick, if you're putting in a couple of shekels, because you'll be there as well. Which team you betting on here?
Well, I'd have to see. I've only seen 2 play. I've seen Ty and I've seen Jay play. That's pretty much a saw off. It depends on whose best day.
If Jay is golfing good, he smokes me, but Jay can be a little up and down.
Yeah, I've
Jay
seen
hasn't got
him.
enough practice in.
He
said it
goes a
himself.
little wide, but when he comes back, he's very good at the fucking recovery shots. It was actually quite stupid when I watched it.
Chalmers is actually a legit golfer.
Yeah, he is the best golfer I've ever seen. We are not even close in categories. The only
I'm
thing
interested
close is
now.
that we're both male.
Well, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna throw down with the show.
With
I'm gonna
us?
say the young boys are gonna do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna bring bananas.
You know what you need? Just start slipping in the double rise to Chalmers right when he
Well,
gets there.
that's actually, I was talking to Jay about this a couple days ago, and I was like, "Hey, are you guys actually like getting involved here? Are you getting like worried about winning?" He's like, "No, like we probably won't win." Good, so you got to push them on the drinks.
Mhm.
What time's tee off?
8 o'clock.
8
8
a.m.
o'clock.
I believe that.
8 a.m. is when we
Really?
be there. 9 is
9
Oh,
is tee
so
off.
9 tee off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's plenty of time. 9. You could probably get in a good 4 to 5 doubles by then.
Just be like, Chalmers, you want a drink? I'll go grab you one. All of a sudden, his double is now a quad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
showmanship.
you grab one for everybody. Okay, so both carts.
Yep.
Your guys's.
Just Coke. Don't tell
You know
them.
they're not going to listen. You know they're not going to listen, right? So for the first couple ones, have nothing in yours. Make sure you get theirs going. Get some shots going.
Mm-hmm.
Might I also suggest 5 wood to the knee?
Well, my 5 wood is actually my secret weapon.
So then take it a lesser club.
Or you start undoing the
Hybrid.
cleats on their bottom of their shoes so they don't know.
Yeah.
How would you even do that?
I don't know. But you might be able to.
We're just workshopping here. We're
I can see
thinking
one of
about
them having really old shoes. They used to be able to do it, no problem.
I just mean like
The new ones.
while they're wearing them.
No, you get them before.
it. Just tackle him. That's going to be take down leg tackle, and then the other person's unscrewing the.
Also,
Yeah,
you guys are
that was
golfing the same
suspect-
time.
Yeah, it's a shotgun, right?
Shotgun start. Yeah.
So your one is head. Also, I would like to get one of you guys on video doing the old bag trick to them, please.
Ooh, yeah, we can do that.
Thank
That's
you.
a good golf prank.
Thank you.
The other thing I want to. Again, thank you so much to everybody that signed up for teams, the Oilersnation Open. It's great to have this sellout every year. Like Tyler said, we're going to raise a bunch of money for Gregor's Grads. Going to have a great day out on the links at Millwoods Golf Club. Thank you so much for everybody that signed up. Changing gears a little bit, boys, I want to touch on really quickly, because I don't think there's much to it, but we're in Edmonton and we're going to make something out of it. Yesterday over at Sportsnet, Connor McDavid did a phone interview with Mark Spector. Really solid interview, in my opinion. It was a nice piece. Go read it. Connor was talking about how committed he is to the season, how they're going all in, how they were, they looked at last year's series against Vegas, and I'm paraphrasing here, as a winnable series. They're mad at themselves. They're motivated. They're coming in. Captain skates are kicking off on September 5th. A lot of stuff to like. Now, the thing that anybody wanted to latch onto was one little tiny comment at the end, which to me was a non-event. Rick, I already know you're going to be with me. I love playing in Edmonton, and I really feel at home there. Lauren loves being in Edmonton. There are a lot of things that check boxes for us in Edmonton. We're super comfortable there. But with all that being said, it's 3 years down the road. We've kind of got to see where our lives are at and kind of go from there. I don't want to say that to raise eyebrows or cause panic. That's just the way it is. But I love playing in Edmonton. I'm 100% committed to winning in Edmonton with this group, and we're going to see it through. So that just little 3 years down the road part. When I saw that non-event for me, I don't know what I'm doing 2 weeks from now, let alone 3 years from now.
I don't know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
No.
Much ado about nothing.
I just don't think he wants to come out and be the guy, because again, you never know what can happen. If he comes out now and says, I'm going to be an Oiler for life, and something weird happens in the next 3 years and he signs somewhere else, he's a villain, right?
Yeah.
And to an extent, maybe he'd be a villain no matter how he leaves. But when it's like broken promises and all of that, like, I can totally understand why he doesn't want to, even potentially, if there's only a 1% chance in his head that he thinks he's ever leaving Edmonton,
Yeah.
you just don't want the headline of, I promise I'm in Edmonton my career. I don't blame him at all for the answer. Is it a little like unnerving to be like, oh God, why can't you just say it? Yeah, like a bit, but it's 3 years from now. He talked about how much he loved Edmonton. He said he wants to win in Edmonton. Maybe what he's thinking is, hey, if we win 2 cups in the next 3 years, maybe I am done here. I did my thing and I'm going to go live in Arizona. I don't know.
Terrible.
Okay.
Anybody else? Thoughts?
You just saw one guy stay in Toronto, the guy that everyone thought was about to leave.
But not really.
What do you mean?
'Cause he's just walking himself to his age 29, which is kind of what McDavid did.
Yeah, he's doing it a different way,
Yeah.
but he just signed another contract. He's not going. And I still don't think at 29 he's going anywhere. As long as the Leafs keep trying to win, and he doesn't sign an 8-year, and then they got to go, well, we got this guy locked up. We don't really have to push anymore. We've got the ticket sales anyways. We've got the big name. Like, we don't really have to push anymore. He's making it so the management has to keep trying to win while he's there. He doesn't want to get to a spot where management gets lazy and just goes whatever and mails it in.
Well, that's like to
So
me.
I have no issues with it.
To me, what you just said about Auston is the same thing that we should be saying about McDavid, which is that he's just covering his bases. What if this team absolutely implodes the next 3 years and it's off the rails and everybody's blaming McDavid and it's all his fault and he just wants to go somewhere else? I don't think that's going to happen, but worst case Ontario's do happen.
Luckily, we're not the NBA, and I don't think we'll ever see that type of
course
movement
not,
over
but-
here. Thankfully.
But Connor has to be the person that just is pragmatic about it and just is realistic. I don't know. It's frustrating when guys have to be realistic and we're like, whoa.
Well, that's what I thought. It's just again, 3 years from now. Fuck, man. I don't know where I'm going to be 3 years from now.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you could have left it out. Could have just said how great everything is, but also I just think it's kind of like, yeah.
But we
true.
also don't know, like, what was the question? How was it phrased?
Yeah,
is that
that's
the
true.
full quote or is that a segment of the quote? Like, I do find it. Sorry, I was calling Frank Saravalli. Frank, did not mean to call you.
Bring him on the air.
Yeah, I just think it's much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
It is.
I just wanted to touch on it because everybody's talking about it. I'm not concerned about this at all.
Well, how did he start the part of the quote again?
I love Edmonton.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, drive down 124th Street. Lauren's setting up shop right there. You can see it. You can drive by it. Kind of sounds like there's plans.
Leon.
I heard she has an 8-year lease in the place too. So
Really?
Real estate insider Rick.
What's
it's an 11-year lease. That's 8 plus 3. There's 3 and 8. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. An 11-year lease.
In all honesty, you're probably a little bit more worried about Leon ever leaving than Connor, I think, too, right?
Why?
I don't think. See, the thing with Leon, I don't think he has any attachment to any NHL city.
No, he doesn't.
It was
But
always
he's the-
LA, right?
But he's ahead of.
Dubois for some reason.
But he's
Yeah,
ahead
if
of-
there was a worry, it was LA because they were gonna. But yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of spent their Leon money.
You guys don't think
I don't see
Arizona's
them.
going to be loading up for him?
I just my reasoning
Might not
was
even
like,
be in Arizona by then.
if Leon stays, I think Connor stays no matter what, because for McDavid it would be a, where are you ever going to find a teammate like Draisaitl?
Yeah.
You're comfortable in the city, comfortable, all that stuff, right? You can be an Oiler for life, just like Gretzky, not like
Whoa,
Gretzky.
careful.
Sorry.
Lila.
You can be an
Low.
Oiler for life in the city Gretzky never did it kind of
Yes,
thing, right?
yes.
Like you could be the guy for this franchise. For Draisaitl, I think it's boy, that was a real slip of the tongue. Hey? That's hilarious. But for Draisaitl, could you not see there being a little bit of, I want to see if I can be my own superstar? I'm sick of the you only do it with Connor thing. I could just see it. I'm not saying like lock it up or it's not even my prediction. My prediction is they're both Oilers for their careers, like Gretzky. But I just think there's like a line of thinking that's more clear when it comes to Draisaitl one day leaving versus McDavid.
For our friends at Wilhock Beef Jerky, it's time for Ask the Idiots.
Whoop, whoop.
It's the weekend. It's Friday afternoon. You're hungry, aren't you? Of course you are. Why not grab a bag of beef jerky at any of the 3 locations or hit up the kiosk and get some pickled eggs? How are those pickled eggs, Rick?
Well, other than gone, they're really good.
Nice.
Just murdered the jar. I just dummied it.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
But you know what the best thing is they have they have some onions floating around in there.
Oh, nice.
Scoop those babies out afterwards too.
Yeah,
You're just
put
eating
it-
them?
Oh yeah.
Put them on a little hot dog, maybe?
There you go.
That's
Come
what I
on.
was thinking. I was like, maybe fry them up a little. And
Oh yeah, put them on a dog. I went raw, but yeah, you can fry them up probably.
That'd be really nice.
They're really good.
Wilhock Beef Jerky. Go get yourself something to eat. And also, if you haven't had the pepperoni sticks, search your fucking
Ate
life.
those too. Very good.
100%. All right. I have got a random collection of questions for you boys this week. Are any of them? Yep. Well, I've got one Oilers one.
Good.
So in case you're wondering, Liam, you are sitting to my left. I'm going to start with you. What is the most fearsome animal you feel like you have a better than 50% chance of beating in a fight? The scariest animal, but you think you can beat him.
Oh boy. Coyote.
It's actually a fair pick.
Yeah. Coyote. Probably give it a good swift kick to the skull and be done with
They're
it.
kind of mangy looking,
Yeah. Get on top of it. Nation
Dan, what is the most fearsome animal you feel like you have a better than 50% chance of beating in a fight?
I mean, I guess I'll just say, I think I could take a shark. I've always believed that I could take a shark.
On land, maybe.
The punch to the nose thing that they say you can do.
Well, yeah. What kind of shark we talking here? What kind of size? We talking a 6-footer?
I'm gonna just say I'll take like a tiger or a bull shark. Like not a big one, not a great white.
You're confident enough in your
Bull
ability in
sharks are
water? Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, no, I think I'd be standing in the shallow end, but yeah, I think I can catch the shark in the nose.
Came into your area.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel
So-
you.
You're in my dojo.
So everything has to be to the advantage of you to beat.
100%. It didn't ask me what the rule. It didn't say any rules ahead of it. It just said if I think I can take it more than 50% of the time.
Rick, most fearsome animal you can take in a fight.
Oh man.
Hammurabi.
So I saw the there's like a little text thing going around, a fake one. Is, could you fight a horse? And I think I could take it down a horse. Do I get any prep time? And she's like, yeah, you get prep time. Well, then definitely no. I think the horse is probably too big, too kicky. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the crocodile.
Whoa, that's a good one.
I'm old enough to watch a lot of the Crocodile Hunter.
Liam's just devastated with his answer now. What did you pick? A mosquito?
You can like pretty much put them to sleep by putting a towel over their eyes, right?
Yeah, they do have a glaring
crocodile?
weakness.
Yes.
I know, but I've seen crocodiles rip off each other's arms.
Yeah, because the other one didn't try to put a blanket over his eyes.
Yeah, the other one didn't have a towel.
Yeah, you put a blanket over his eyes. It's kind of like putting the thing over the bird's cage, and the bird's like, "Man, it's bedtime." Same thing.
Exact same thing.
There's one other animal that does the same thing when you get in a certain position. I forget what it is though, but I'm going crocodile.
Yeah.
I'm checking down. I'm going alligator. Little less aggressive than a crocodile. I did a quick Google. Crocodiles enjoy hunting. Alligators are more what the Google search called opportunistic feeders, where they aren't naturally aggressive. So I think I could kind of, get behind it maybe to the point where it's like, oh shit, where is this guy? And then I could run up its back and bonk him with a hammer.
I dig it. I dig your style.
Liam's just so upset he had to go first.
I also
new answer, gorilla. I feel like if I just had a big mallet and whacked it around his head.
No.
That thing is going to take the mallet from you.
Yeah, that's just
Have you
that's
seen
silly
Donkey
talk.
Kong before?
I actually did recently see the new Mario movie.
I've watched a lot of Crocodile Dundee though, and I've got a pretty
Stay
good.
away from the stingray.
I know how to dig. Well, that's just it. I never said anything about a stingray.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like a cobra, like a snake.
Oh, snakes creepy.
I feel like I can handle a snake. I just need a big.
Are you going? Here's my question: Are you sneaking up? Or are you going head on?
No, I got to go head on. But
You're going head on. Ooh,
yeah, but
I like
here
this
I go because he's doing this thing, and I'm going like.
Yeah.
First of all, I can start going.
Oh, you didn't bring you brought your recorder.
I'm whistling at him, and he's just like, "Oh shit,
You
what's
brought
going
your
on?"
recorder. Smart.
Meanwhile, put the recorder away. I've got my long stick with the Y shape on the end. Pin its head down. Chop it off.
Yeah.
I dig it. Got yourself a new pair of shoes.
Yep.
Can't believe you went with a coyote, Liam.
Yeah,
Wow.
this video is frozen over here, Tyler. I don't know if that's
All right.
Got a really good screen grab of me though.
Yeah, Dan is enjoying the content
I was
being
just
made.
about to sit up and I was laughing. So yeah, it's good.
Dan is enjoying the content being made. The audio is still recording though, I believe. Yep,
That's a
we're
good
still
sign.
good.
That's a good sign.
We're good. The weird thing is the counter's still going up.
Yeah.
The kids
the
on
feed
YouTube are
is
not going to
live.
be very happy with us.
The
Nope.
kids aren't going to like this one.
If I'm watching YouTube from my TV,
No, we're not
frozen.
back. But no, still not back.
Mm-hmm. Tyler's behind the desk here. He is rearranging the camera. We are refiring up.
Will it work? Stay
We'll
tuned.
see.
Nope.
You
We'll
won't
see.
know if you're listening to this.
Tyler is working on it. Replugging
So
in
I
things.
have a
Keep
quick
going.
story.
Go ahead.
Whilst Tyler's working on his
Go ahead.
just on sharks.
On sharks.
They got brought up by them. So
I could kill one.
my dad used to live in Croatia,
Croatia. Yep.
and he was cliff diving, and they take like his buddy was taking these into the ocean. The buddy was taking some pictures, and when they got home, they were looking at the pictures. This was like 1994 or something. So they had to, sorry, I shouldn't say where they got home. They got developed. And you can see shark head fins, like shark
How
fins
close?
in the water, like close enough. They were in
See,
the
there's that
picture.
video that out there right now on Twitter or whatever that says, "This is how close we swim to sharks."
Yeah,
and it's like a drone and it's relatively close.
Too close, in
a
fact.
few days after they saw the pictures, there was a shark attack right by where they were jumping.
Was it provoked or unprovoked?
I don't know. I didn't ask.
There is a category for that in Australia.
Well, you wouldn't, so the person.
How do you provoke them?
I don't know, but there's a
Yell
couple
at
of
'em?
provoked fights.
For Willock Beef Jerky, question number 2. This one is, let's get our Oilers question out of the way. Tyler, we're starting with you.
Nonsense.
Excluding Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid,
Both career
Well,
Oilers.
yeah, both career Oilers.
your all-time Oilers starting lineup.
Oh,
Okay. Excluding the 2 goats, as the kids would say, who is in my all-time Oilers lineup? I want to get some numbers
I
here.
like how you're looking at you can't just pull that off your head.
I mean, I could, but I want to.
No,
Okay,
let's see
so
you
all
go.
right, fine. I'll just go off the dome. On the blue line, Coffee Pronger. No one's getting through that.
Okay.
That's unbelievable. Between the pipes, just spring of 06 Rolison. I'm not interested in any other Dwayne Rolison. It's going to be him. I like going with a more modern era goalie. Up front, I'm going to throw Messier down the middle. Then is an easy one, and I'll go Hemsky on one wing. And then Curry's another. That's just too easy. You can't leave him off. So I like my blend of old and new in there.
I like your style.
Rick, what do you got?
Well, I'm going to go with Curtis Joseph and net. Just gotta go. I'm trying to be a little bit different here. And then I'm going to go with, we're going to go with, say, like an Eric Brewer, Kevin Lowe. I understand.
Pure shutdown.
Yeah, I understand there's better defense. I wanted to try and stay away from Tyler's here.
right.
And then I'm going to go with, we're going to go with Mark Messier on the left. We're going to go Leon down the middle, and we're going to go Hemsky on the right.
Nation Dan, your
Glenn Sather's my coach.
starting 5.
So do I have to pick different? than
No, you can do whatever.
Tyler, and then we should make it impossible for Liam and you.
Yeah, by the time it gets to me, I'm just like, oh, Sean Horkoff.
I'm gonna do.
Polish Prince.
I'll start from the forwards down. So I'll go Doug Waite in the
like it.
middle, and then Hemsky and Messier flanking him. And then on defense, I would go Kevin Lowe and Chris Pronger. And then I'll go Bill Ranford in net.
I love Billy.
Love Bill Ranford. Liam, what you got?
Oh, my forwards, I'll just say Draisaitl, Messier, and I'll take Ryan Smith as well. And I'll take Tyler's defensive pairing. And then for goalies, just to change it up, I'll go with Cam Talbot.
Come on.
Yeah. Oh, Grant Fuhr.
Thank you. Good
That's what I
Lord.
meant to say.
I left one on the board.
I'll edit that.
Mine, I'm going to go up front. I've got Leon on the wing. I got the Moose down the middle. Yari Curry on the right side.
Take it.
If that line's going to score a lot of goals.
Sorry to interrupt you, but did you say Leon or Liam?
Liam.
Not Reddix.
Yep. Liam Harvin on the left wing.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought you had Reddix.
I was just checking.
No,
Just making sure.
let's not get us mistaken.
My D pairing is Pronger and Jason Smith.
Oof.
The Gator.
Gator.
You better
And
hope
my
this
goalie-
is, not 2023 rules.
Yeah, we're going to have to hope for like mid 90s rules. Like the elbows are coming up. And in net, I've got Cujo. So there you go. Starting 5s. Next one comes in from just an Oilers fan living in Calgary.
Sorry.
Jumping right in the middle. Rick, you're first. I'm running hockey camps down here in Calgary and have had dads come to tell me that they named their kids Connor after our Lord and Savior.
Right.
If you had to pick a non-Oiler athlete to name your firstborn after, who are you choosing?
Christ. A non-Oiler athlete.
Yep. Your firstborn is going to be named X.
After an athlete.
X.
Could be.
Twitter?
After Twitter, yeah.
I like that.
Non-Oilers.
Yeah, I'm not, you know what? Just for the hell of it, it's because it's the season right now. We're about to there. Let's go Tua.
Tyler?
This isn't naming a child, but at a point when my girlfriend and I were debating getting a pet, we were going to name the cat Bo after Bo Bichette. So I'll say Bo.
What about Bo Jackson?
Or Bo Jackson.
There you go. Nation Dan, you're naming a baby. What is it called?
I would name my kid 7.
That's a good line.
Liam?
If you don't get the reference, you have to stop listening.
Yeah.
That is true.
I'll name my kid. My favorite soccer player growing up was a player called Kevin Davis. So my kid will be called Kevin.
I'm going to name my child Turbo after the American Gladiator. Turbo. Or maybe Laser.
Not
Either
Blazer, though.
Not
Never
Blazer. No.
Nobody.
Or
likes
Ice.
Blazer.
No, we're not naming him Ice either. By the way, that American Gladiators documentary on Netflix is fantastic.
It's unreal.
That first season of American Gladiators before it became American Gladiators is the most fucking crazy shit ever. A little dangerous. That's fine. Wrapping up. Last question for our friends at Will Hog Beef Jerky. Ask the idiots. You can just slide on into my DMs here. Oh, I love this question. It's so stupid. Dan, you're up first. You've decided to busk on the street to supplement your income. What are you doing for passers-by that will earn you the most money?
Okay, if I had to choose something, I think what I would do, I thought about this a lot in my life. I would pull a Mr. Bean and I would find like an actual busker that's like a good musician, and I would just dance next to them and try to make the money off of
I don't know if they're going to be very happy with that.
You never know.
It gets territorial, this
Can't
busking
work the
game.
same corner.
So yeah, I'm going to pull a Mr. Bean and do my little dance in front of another person.
Liam, you're busking to make some extra money. What are you doing?
Barbecue and foot massage.
All right.
If you don't get that,
I wasn't ready for you, but here we go.
Joe's barbecue and foot massage. Joe's barbecue and foot massage.
That sounds
Is
like it
that
could
guy
be
that's touching feet also cooking?
How come we
Okay.
not pay this man?
Rick, you're busking. What are you doing?
What am I gonna do? I think I'm just gonna randomly yell at cars. I'm just gonna randomly. You know what? You walk up to
Provide
me.
nothing of value.
You walk up to me. You put money in the hat. You point out the person, and I will yell at them for you.
Oh, like you pull up to a red light and Rick's patrolling the intersection,
Yeah.
and the guy next to you cut you off a little bit along.
Whatever.
You go,
No, $5 in there, and I'll make sure they know it.
wow. Rick will road rage for you. Rick rage.
We don't have enough people doing that.
Nope.
No, I mean it could be anything.
This is unique.
Like what?
Somebody bought that last item before you're able to get there. Like you walked up to grab the organic bananas, and yet some lady in front of you grabbed 3 instead, and it was the last 3. You're fuming, obviously.
Yeah.
You walk outside. I'm out there with my hat on the ground. You're like, "Hey, here's a $5. Can you let her know?"
Yeah.
You don't like to start the confrontation. I don't have an issue with it.
Someone tells you to shut up when you're buying a coffee. $5 in Rick's hat.
Got you.
Gotta use
No
it.
problem.
Somebody told you to shut up buying coffee?
Yeah, I did this last week. Remember when I went to that little town called
the French.
Dirtville?
Shit. All right. Tyler, what are you doing? You're busking. You're going to make a little extra money.
Old school Rexall place. I'm playing the 10-gallon pails.
Oh, how dare you take that guy's shtick? Drum and pail guy, he had one beat, and it's a great one.
I like it. No one's going after the push-up guy.
I saw a new grift when I was down in Vegas there last week. It's now, if you can hold yourself up on a pull-up bar for over 100 seconds, you can win $100.
Yeah, but it starts moving.
It seems like it wasn't
rotating.
gained. Oh, does it?
Yeah, so you get to like whatever 3/4 of the way. You're like, I got this. Either they start messing with you, or the bar starts moving.
Ah, okay. So I was thinking about that one. Sorry, that came to my mind. Sorry.
I think if I'm going to busk to make a little extra money, and Kennedy's standing right behind me, so I'm going to ask her as well. I think I'm just going to dance for you. Whatever flavor you want. You want it sexy? Then I'm going to dance sexy for you. If you want a little river dance, I'm tapping away.
I dig it.
I was just down on Fremont Street and I saw a guy that did it where you could pay him and he would go into any shape you wanted and stay there. So people were putting him in the fetal position, putting him like up on one leg with leg up in the air. It was unbelievable.
I once saw a guy on Fremont Street. This was about 5-6 years ago now, mind you. People were paying to kick him in the pills. That is a tough busk.
That was dedicated grift.
There was a guy on America's Got Talent one year who did
His name is Horse.
Yeah, that was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole bit was he just did different ways of getting hit in the dong.
Kennedy, the question for Ask the Idiots is, you've decided to busk on the street to supplement your income. What are you doing for passersby that'll earn you the most income?
Okay, so I'm going to stand in a really touristy spot and offer to take pictures of people and then make them pay.
Pro smart.
Run away with their phones.
That too. That's actually a way better idea. You go for the older people.
Stop busking anymore. It's just thieving.
Stealing crime.
Kennedy's busk is just straight thievery. We got her in the studio because it's another round of Kennedy's quote game.
This is the first time we've all been together in quite some time.
I was going to say that too. I was like, you guys are all back together.
All right, let me get my pen and paper.
Okay, we're switching it up a little bit this week though. So we're doing 10 quotes and you're going to notice a trend with this one. So there's 10.
It's all the same person.
There's 10, 1 through 10, and there's 2 of each of you.
Jesus.
10 quotes.
10 quotes.
I didn't think we told that
I
much
have
on
to
the show.
go big or go home.
Do you have extra paper there? Do you need another piece?
Oh, yes.
Or-
Okay.
Luckily, I'm on page 1 of my notepad.
Liam is going old
Don't
school.
do this when I'm at the end of my notepad, Kennedy. I
No.
won't have enough room.
Okay. You can start writing on your hand. Okay. Liam, you got your...
I'm ready.
He's got his
I wrote
notepad
down
out.
number 1.
I need to do good here.
Okay. So number 1. Tyler asked this question just to pick a fight.
I guess that was Tyler.
Oh, that was the quote.
That's the quote. You're going to notice a trend here with these ones. Okay. Number 2.
I feel like the trend's going to be Tyler's fighting with people.
Number 2. Liam, I'll let you be the master chef here.
It's directed at other people.
3.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the thing, bagged milk.
Oh.
What is happening?
What you see, that's... Can you say it like that person?
That's going to give it
I
away.
said it exactly.
You want the accent? Is that what you're looking for?
You're trying to see that if you said it?
No,
Say it yourself, Liam. Say
I
it
wouldn't
yourself.
say that. But I know who would.
Okay. Number 4. Rick heard there's a ref in the room and his blood pressure just spiked.
Well, I mean, that's...
Okay.
Number 5. Go ask Bag Milk. He'll tell you stories.
Okay.
Number 6. Dan, can you take that take back, please? Number 7. Dan, do not start with the Brad Malone stuff.
Okay.
Was I talking to myself?
It's in constant internal dialogue for Dan during these podcasts.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Not this time.
Alrighty. Number 8. The listeners want Tyler's number. Okay, so it's 780.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Alrighty, number 9. One of my favorite moments, Liam, is you admitted you were stress eating bananas.
Oh, who do I got left? It can't be me.
And the last one, number 10, fuck you, Rick.
Oh,
I think I know who that is.
Oh, wait. I do have my name twice here.
Can you read 9 again?
Do you mind just rattling through them real quick, Kennedy? I
Yep,
know one.
you got it. Okay, 1, Tyler asked this question just to pick a fight. 2, Liam, I'll let you be the master chef here. 3, but you see, that's a thing, bagged milk. 4, Rick heard there's a ref in the room and his blood pressure just spiked. 5, go ask Bag Milk. He'll tell you stories. 6, Dan, can you take that take back, please? 7, Dan, do not start with the Brad Malone stuff. 8, the listeners want Tyler's number. Okay, so it's 780. 9, one of my favorite moments, Liam, is you admitted you were stress eating bananas. 10, fuck you, Rick.
I have Rick down 3 times. So
I had to change so many answers on the fly there because I did math wrong.
Okay.
Was anybody back to back?
You can't say that. No,
No, now that we've already... Okay, good.
Yes and no.
I got rid of... Yeah, I had one that's back to back and I... Okay, good. I'm ready. I think I do
I
pretty
have
good.
one that's back to back too, actually.
I think I'm pretty good here.
I'm ready.
I don't.
I'm feeling good.
Alrighty, we're all locked in, boys?
Yep.
Locked in.
Okay. Number 1, Tyler asked this question just to pick a fight. Who'd you get, BM?
I said Rick.
I said BM.
I said myself.
I have me.
I had Dan.
Dan.
Yes.
Not going over.
Alrighty, number 2.
Can we just stop now? I was right there.
1
Let's
at
go
a
in
time.
percentages.
Okay. Liam, I'll let you be the master chef here.
I said it was me.
I said Tyler.
I said Rick.
I have BM.
I have BM.
BM.
Master Chef guy.
2 for 2.
BM.
I like how none of us have a consensus whatsoever.
3, but you can see that's a thing, bagged milk.
Dan?
Rick.
I said Liam.
I have Dan.
I have Liam.
Dan.
Wow.
I would never say that. You don't know me.
Number 4, Rick heard there's a ref in the room and his blood pressure just spiked.
Tyler.
Dan.
For some reason, I said Rick. So I wrote that one down.
Third person?
I have Tyler.
I think I said BM.
It was Ty.
yeah.
Well, someone's 0 for 4.
Really, Leo? Oof.
No.
Okay. Oof. Me when I lie. Okay, number 5. Go ask Bag Milk. He'll tell you stories.
Rick.
Tyler.
Me.
Rick.
Yeah.
Yes. 1 for 5.
My co-host, apparently.
6. Dan, can you take that take back, please?
Liam.
Oh, that does seem like me.
It does. I'm actually kind of regretting my answer now.
I crossed my name out and I put Rick.
I said BM.
I have Liam.
I said Rick.
That was Liam.
Yeah.
Shit.
Liam, you don't know yourself. Okay, number 7. Dan, do not start with the Brand Malone stuff.
I've got Rick.
I said Tyler.
I said Liam.
I have me.
I have myself.
That was Rick. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I said Tyler.
Okay, number 8. The listeners want Tyler's number. Okay, so it's 780.
Me.
Liam.
I said bagged milk.
BM.
I said Dan.
That was Liam.
Yeah. I think I remember that.
Number 9. One of my favorite moments, Liam, is you admitted you were stress eating bananas.
I have Dan.
I also have Dan.
I also have Dan.
I have Dan.
Myself.
That was BM.
Ah,
Upset.
Wow.
damn
So,
it.
last
Well-
one. Number 10. Fuck you, Rick.
Tyler.
BM.
I said Tyler.
I have Tyler.
Liam.
It was Tyler.
Well,
What'd you
That
get?
would be. Wow, I'm actually impressed.
what did you get?
7 out of 10.
Well
Damn.
done.
I got the first one and the last one right.
Let me just count. 1, 2. Yep.
Yeah, Liam. Me and you. 2 guys.
2.
7.
2 out of 10 ain't bad.
Oh,
Tyler.
3.
7, you said?
Yeah.
you
Good
guys
for
gotta
you.
Google it out for who won.
You
this.
each had a good. You each
Rock,
had a
paper,
really good turn.
scissors.
I feel like
We'll
I feel
take
like the
this-
old boys are the ones paying attention here.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm an old boy
I'm
sometimes.
just realizing
today.
I don't know myself.
Some of them were like, so a
Some
couple of
stood
things I
out,
had problems.
man.
I have Rick down 3 times.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had Rick down 3 times.
I started writing down names after like trying to scramble to change things. So yeah. It's okay.
So some of them, like you can tell just by the way Kennedy put it together, the mannerisms of which you speak.
Master Chef was definitely you.
Master Chef is something I say a lot. The banana, like fuck you, Rick, is a very Tyler thing to say.
Yeah, I should have that.
I love it. There you go.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Good job.
Thank you.
Really?
I have envelopes for the next 2 weeks, so
Wow.
With prizes? Oh, because you're not here.
yeah, I'm not here. You want prizes? Maybe we.
Oh, well, it wouldn't matter to me. I wouldn't win anything.
What's the what's the plan for next week? Are we doing this from the 8th green? Are we doing it on Thursday? Have we thought about this? Have we talked about this?
We haven't talked about it at all.
All right.
There's also new buttons on this too. There's a bunch of new ones. This whole page is new. And these two, the barbecue remix on the top. Well, the Tyler one you pressed, but
Oh, that's so exciting.
There's a Gene one on there too.
Ooh.
That's so exciting. Thanks, Kennedy.
Thank you, Kennedy.
What are we going to do?
2 weeks.
We can discuss it.
All right. We'll discuss it afterward. Before we wrap up the podcast with Hot and Cold Performers, how could I not talk about a very special baby that was born this week? The new Princess of Edmonton, Lennon Nugent Hopkins, came August 19th. And when I looked at the board for the Nation baby pool, we had no winner.
No.
If we play Price is Right rules, however, Tyler won.
Good for you.
That's as close as we can get is Price is Right rules. Tyler win. Did you pick a girl also?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So Tyler would be the winner, I would guess. So you get a bowl full of snacks if I recall the rules correctly.
Congrats.
It's actually just a bag of Maltesers because nobody brought snacks.
Yeah, but I am excited to eat those Maltesers.
That'll be nice.
I'll bring. Who brought the Maltesers? You?
Oh, no. I didn't get anything.
All right. Well, there you go. So congratulations to Ryan and Bree Nugent Hopkins. New baby. Smells fresh, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Before we do hot and cold performers, by the way, we need to step aside for a quick break.
Listen, that company is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the companies I've ever experienced in my life, they do the best job at what they do.
They've helped me in many ways throughout my life.
I really hope this is not the dating thing that comes
The
on.
eHarmony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Your girlfriend's not
eHarmony.
going to like you on that
Girlfriend could not listen to that episode with me.
Listen, you know what? Sign up anyway.
Hey.
She won't mind.
Stumped me.
Promo code Liam at eHarmony. All right, there we go. Let's wrap up the podcast with some hot and cold performers. I'm just going to push these new buttons because I don't know what they do. Liam, you're up first. Your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week. Of course, Star Mechanical are the experts in terms of plumbing and heating. For the last 20 years, they've been involved in many of the homes built here in Edmonton. If you're looking for pros to do the plumbing and heating on your place, or if you just need someone in your house to make sure things are running smoothly, Star Mechanicals are the ones that you need. And Liam, you are up first. Your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week.
My cold performer of the week is, forgive me, I don't know names, but the Women's World Cup was last weekend.
Yes,
and
it was.
Spain beat England, which sucked, but very good for the Lionesses to get there. And for whatever reason, the head of the Spanish Football Association.
Oh, yes, this guy.
Decided to kiss one of the girls on the stage as they were collecting their medals, and has now refused to resign from his position and said it was a consensual kiss.
Like a kiss on the mouth?
No, the peck on the...
No. It was a kiss on the lips.
Okay.
A kiss on the lips. And now this guy is like, no, I will not resign. It was consensual.
He did say, he's like, so like when she's there, he's like, peck? Question mark. He said, yep. And he went, so that's just what he said. I really don't know what the hell.
So stupid. And now a lot of people are backing this lady to be like, this guy's an asshole. And
Was
he
it just the one girl?
essentially blamed it on her.
Yeah. Was it just the one girl?
Yeah, it was just the one. So
looks
that
even
guy,
worse.
I don't know his name. I can't remember. But the idiot.
I'm just going to push this button and we're going to see what happens. Okay.
Yep.
So just bear in mind, fair listener, I don't know what this button does.
That's actually...
Yeah.
That is a genuine BM laugh too. He did not know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Who is that?
It just says Liam the Platty.
I believe that was my Perry the Platypus impression.
I don't think a platypus does that, but like
Liam's world, they do.
All right. Nation 10, you're up next. Your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week. And another button. I don't know what it does.
My cold performer of the week is going to go to a little thing that I did last week. I've been wanting to attend a live taping of a TV show for the first time in my life for a long, long time. And I was
They
given
do
the
all those
opportunity to go and see Fool Us, the Penn and Teller show where
that's cool.
They get tricked by people. It was really cool up until I got there. And then it was just a disaster after that
The
time.
whole trip was awesome.
You get there and you find out that they have a paid audience that they also bring in. And that paid audience is the one that gets all the perks and the fun and the excitement. I was just kind of in the middle, filling the seats in the back. And it was 5 hours of sitting around.
Oh, that's a long time.
5 hours of sitting around and like on command performing like, okay, applause. And then, we need an ooh and we need an ah.
Do they do that by a screen? Like they
it's
stop
one
the
person
show and
screaming. Yeah, one person is yelling at you.
So
with
then they
different
cut the show a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and so if you've never seen the show, it's a bunch of performers that perform for Penn and Teller. They try to trick them by doing the magic. And then if Penn and Teller know how they did the trick, then they don't get to fool them. And if they do fool them, then they get a prize and they get to come back. I got to see a bunch of people perform. You're supposed to see Penn and Teller perform at the end. Penn and Teller actually went up on the stage and then they were like literally set up to do the trick. They cut and he said, I'm not fucking doing the trick today. And that was it. That was the end of it.
He actually said,
I'm not going to fucking do the trick today. And I think he was trying to be he's the big guy. He's the
Was
the
that
guy
supposed to be funny?
It was like supposed to be funny, but after 5 hours and not seeing anything, I wasn't laughing.
Do they normally do a trick?
Yes. At the end of every show, they're supposed to do every trick, or they're supposed to do a trick. So, a fun experience, but going to be my cold performer of the week.
All right, Dan, we'll see what you get.
Don't care.
That's what a lot of people listening to me tell that story were saying, but that's just my life.
That sucks.
That's 5 hours.
5 hours. And it's like, I can't even describe all the things, but like these paid audience members, have done this for their lives and they're like lifers about it. And like the producers at the show, they're like encouraging the fakest reactions from people. It was just mind boggling to watch as a person. I'm fascinated to watch it now, the TV show, having been able to see the behind the scenes.
You're still going to watch it?
I absolutely am. Because
It's a good show.
It is. It's a lot of fun. This is the 10th season of it.
Jesus.
And they did 20 episodes this season instead of 10 because of the strike.
Must be on YouTube.
CW.
You can definitely watch it on YouTube.
CW.
Show. Rick, you're up next. Your Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week and Mystery Button.
I like that. Okay, it's been a little more than a week, but we've been doing this for, I don't even know what it is now. It's far too long, but it's got to be this single plastic bag usage thingy. I've had enough of this, man. There's so many products out there that where you get it, like it comes in plastic and it's half full.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go after the companies first and go get that shit first. Incentivize us to use those stupid reusable bags. I'm literally going to start throwing them in the garbage. I don't care if it's $2. This is my protest. I've had enough of this.
Right.
I can't use that as a garbage bag in the kitchen. I can't use it as a garbage bag in the bathroom.
Yep.
I have to go buy more plastic bags, and they're going to be single usage.
Mm-hmm.
I've had enough of this. It's bullshit. We're overcorrecting. I've had enough. I'm just an angry old man.
Oh, damn it. Can you do it again? I was going to say, to back up Rick's point, did anyone see Neymar fly to Saudi Arabia
By himself on a 747.
Unbelievable. I'm with you, Rick.
Thank you.
Someone quote tweets that and goes, but thank God I washed out my jar of spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculous. We live in, it's an overcorrection. That's what we do in the world now.
It's not even like an overcorrection. It's targeting the wrong things.
Yes. Just incentivize us. There's enough people out there going to start using those stupid little reusables because they can.
I like it because then underneath my sink isn't like 300 plastic bags from when I go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but now every time you walk into a store, you have to have a bag on you.
It's brutal.
Well, I'll be at the mall. I'll be going to get something to eat. And I'll be like, oh, let's check out Sport Check. Now I got to buy a new stupid bag.
I had to raw dog 3 chicken wraps through West Edmonton Mall because Dairy Queen wouldn't give me a bag.
Yeah, and I refuse to take the bags now. So I'm walking around. I like to leave my receipt right at the desk now too. So now it looks like I stole the damn thing.
Also,
you guys don't want to leave me a bag? I'm going to walk around, make it look like I'm thieving everything.
Shout out to Sherwood Park, and I'm sure St. Albert too, for keeping paper bags in fast food restaurants.
What is that? You doing a platypus?
I don't know what that is.
A rabid platypus.
What's it labeled as?
Barking.
I'd say more of a growl, but hey.
It sounds like a Tyler.
It's like I can couple them though. I can go.
What a game.
Shit. Tyler, you're Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week and Mystery Button.
Drizzy Drake, my favorite artist. He said 3 months ago he would have a new album for us this summer. And now every week it's been like, Drake's dropping for all the dogs on Friday. And then he doesn't. Today he didn't drop it again. So I'm mad at Drake.
Awesome.
Open Gagne star. Hey, Sammy Gagne. Oh.
That's so good.
Also,
Gino.
cold performance of Drake for getting his podcast deleted with Bobby Aleph.
We don't know who deleted it.
I know. I'm just saying it's gone.
I've heard all kinds of cool theories.
Crazy.
The latest theory I heard was that they have some kind of beef, Drake and Bobby, that is. And there's a part of the interview where she plays a song by Lil Yachty or something.
No, he plays a song by Tyga.
Oh, he plays a song by Tyga because she says she doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
And then the theory was that Drake, because of the beef, called the label himself and said, hey, there's unlicensed music in this thing. It needs to come down.
Oh.
Yeah.
I heard it was just in the plane over Russia yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Also, but just from that interview,
buddy, come on. It's an hour 22.
Maybe bed thing. I didn't mind the idea.
I tried.
We should do podcasts in bed. Is that what you're saying?
Look comfy.
Maybe next Nation Vacation, November, we record an episode of ONR in bed without you.
Push all the beds together. Oh, you won't be in Seattle, will you?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Liam, go buy pictures of his feet. He needs to come to Seattle. My cold performer of the week is, I don't have anything. I'm having a good week. It's smoky. The fires this summer are obviously devastating. And it's annoying and it's crazy. And my mom lives in Kelowna and thankfully she's fine now. She's in a good spot, but like enough now.
Fuck the flames.
Yep.
Well,
Wow.
What?
Bang on.
That worked out really well. Hey, Star Mechanical Cold Performer of the Week. Hey, the Fires.
Fuck the Flames.
That's right.
I like that.
Doesn't it say lames or something?
It does say lames up here. Well, it actually says elims. But, you know.
Fuck the Flames.
All right, let's finish off the podcast real quick. Hot performers reversing the order. Tyler, you're up first.
That clip of Fogle, McDavid, and I think Draisaitl passing the puck around at Gary Roberts' camp is my hot performer.
Don't care.
That's a
surprise button still.
You still got surprise buttons. I've got 3 more surprise buttons. Rick, you're up next.
It has to be the fact we got Bouch done and the team set, and we're good for a couple years now.
Shit. Well,
play it again.
They can't.
Shit.
Shit. They can't all be winners.
Who is that?
Me, I think.
It sounds good.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan, you're up next. Your Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week.
My hot performer of the week is going to go to Waz, who jumped in and covered me on the socials last week while I was in Vegas.
What can you say?
There you go.
Thank you, Waz. Is what you can say.
Is what he said. Liam, you're up next. Your Star Mechanical Hot Performer of the Week.
My hot performer of the week is the television show Bob's Burgers. That show, it cracks me up every day, and I just recently started watching it. So send me your favorite Bob's Burger gifts. I'd love to be part of the gang.
You know it's a movie, right?
I watched it already.
You went out of sequence?
First.
Well, it's 14 seasons. Oh God, how much time? I'm a busy man.
I think you have to watch until like season 10 and then you watch the movie. I think is how the canon works.
I watched it already. Well, I'm halfway through.
Ruined it.
What? And our final mystery button of the day.
Okay, hold on.
No, there's one more on there.
I don't think so.
Barbecue remix.
Oh, yep, that's on this page. Mm-hmm. All right, good. So I've got a hot performer button. Barbecue remix is going to be my mystery button. My hot performer of the week for Star Mechanical is Liam, because of the most random text message he sent me the other day, where he said, "Would you like a bag of spinach that I grew?" We hadn't spoken at all that day, or even much since he got back from his vacation, via text, that is. And that was the first message I got from him. And I ate the spinach and it was delicious.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Yep. And one more.
Getting me armchair GM horny.
Of course. There you go.
It's almost time, buddy.
It is almost
Fantasy
time.
football season.
I had my first draft last night. And I've done 2 best balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got my draft on Sunday with Gavin.
I have another one on Sunday, a couple next week.
I got one Monday.
Shout out to all of you guys for listening. Go check out nationgear.ca. Get yourself involved in the Nation Vacation to Seattle. Shout out to Oodle Noodle, Cornerstone Insurance, Wilhawk Beef Jerky, and Star Mechanical for making this all possible. Most importantly, all of you for listening. Have a great weekend, everybody.